Imagine waking up every day without relying solely on your paycheck to pay the bills. Imagine opening your laptop knowing that the time you invest today is building something that will continue generating results tomorrow. For a long time, this seemed like a privilege reserved for successful entrepreneurs, programmers, or millionaire investors. But we are living through a unique moment in history. Just as the internet completely transformed the way we work, shop, and communicate, artificial intelligence is creating a new revolution. The difference is that this time, the opportunity is available to anyone with a computer, an internet connection, and the willingness to learn. The problem is that most people are using artificial intelligence the wrong way. They ask AI to write a message, summarize a document, or answer a question, and they assume that's all this technology can do. It's like buying an airplane just to use it as a park bench. The real power of artificial intelligence isn't in answering questions. It's in multiplying your ability to produce, learn, sell, create, and solve problems at a speed that once required an entire team. Think about how much time you waste during a typical week. Hours spent answering emails, creating documents, researching information, organizing ideas, planning content, or dealing with repetitive tasks. Now imagine cutting that time in half. What would you do with the extra hours? Most people would simply work less. But those who truly understand the potential of artificial intelligence do the exact opposite. They use that extra time to build a new source of income. This is the first secret that very few people understand. Artificial intelligence doesn't create wealth by itself. It creates time. And when time is invested wisely, it can be transformed into money. Many people believe AI will replace every job. In reality, it's replacing people who refuse to learn. Companies still need creative thinkers, strategists, salespeople, and entrepreneurs. The difference is that these people can now produce 5 or even 10 times more using the right AI tools. Someone who once needed a team of 5 can now accomplish the same work almost entirely on their own. Imagine a designer who used to spend 8 hours creating a presentation. Today, they can generate a first draft in minutes and dedicate the remaining time to improving quality and creativity. A writer who once spent an entire day producing an article can now generate multiple drafts quickly and focus on strategy and storytelling. A small business owner who previously had to hire specialists to create advertisements, respond to customers, and organize marketing campaigns can now handle much of that work with the help of AI. This means the real value is no longer found only in execution. The market increasingly rewards people who know how to make decisions, identify opportunities, and direct technology towards solving real problems. You may be thinking that you don't have enough knowledge to start a business. The truth is that almost every entrepreneur started without knowing exactly what they were doing. They learned while moving forward. The difference today is that we have a tool capable of accelerating that learning process. You can ask an AI to explain complex ideas as if it were teaching a child. You can request a personalized learning plan. You can study marketing, sales, programming, finance, content creation, or almost any skill needed to launch a business. Never before has learning something new been so accessible. However, there's one important detail. Knowledge without action is worth very little. Some people spend months consuming videos, books, and courses while waiting for the perfect moment to begin. That perfect moment never arrives. Meanwhile, others start with limited knowledge, make mistakes, improve, and grow rapidly. Artificial intelligence rewards people who ask better questions. The better you become at describing a problem, the more likely you are to receive a valuable solution. Learning how to communicate effectively with AI may become one of the most valuable skills of this decade. Now imagine a common situation. You work 8 hours a day, come home exhausted, and believe you don't have time to build a business. If artificial intelligence helps you save just 1 hour every day, by the end of the year, you'll have recovered hundreds of hours. That's enough time to build something meaningful. This is exactly how many successful businesses begin, not with an impulsive resignation or a huge investment, but by using small pockets of free time to create something that grows gradually. You don't have to invent revolutionary technology. The most profitable businesses often solve simple problems. People want to learn new languages, organize their finances, market their businesses, create content, sell products, automate repetitive tasks, and save time. Every one of those problems represents an opportunity. Artificial intelligence allows a single person to validate ideas incredibly fast. Before investing money, you can use AI to research competitors, identify market trends, develop a business plan, create a marketing strategy, and even simulate customer questions before they make a purchase. That dramatically reduces the risk of getting started. Another fascinating development is how AI has democratized content creation. Years ago, producing professional content required expensive equipment, specialized software, and entire creative teams. Today, anyone can write scripts, organize presentations, brainstorm video ideas, design educational materials, and build marketing campaigns using accessible AI tools. But here's something important. People aren't looking for content created by machines. They're looking for content created by people who use machines to communicate their ideas more effectively. That difference is enormous. If two people use exactly the same AI tool, their results will be completely different depending on their experience, creativity, and perspective. Technology amplifies existing talent. It doesn't replace authenticity. That's why you should think of artificial intelligence as a partner, not a replacement. Let AI handle repetitive work so you can focus on creative thinking, strategy, and building meaningful relationships. Another common mistake is believing you must master every AI tool before launching a project. While you're waiting, the market continues evolving every single day. Those who learn the fastest are usually the ones willing to start before they feel completely ready. Start small. Choose one problem you can solve. Find people who struggle with that problem. Use artificial intelligence to develop better solutions. Listen carefully to customer feedback. Improve your product. Repeat that process over and over again. That's how businesses grow. Over the next several years, we'll see a growing divide between two groups of people. The first group will continue doing everything manually, spending countless hours on repetitive work while complaining that technology is taking jobs away. The second group will use artificial intelligence to increase productivity, learn valuable new skills, and build multiple income streams. The decision about which group you'll belong to begins today. Don't wait until you have every answer. No entrepreneur ever does. Start with what you have right now. An ordinary computer, an internet connection, and genuine curiosity are more than enough to begin. Remember that great businesses are rarely perfect from day one. They evolve continuously. Every customer teaches you something. Every mistake reveals an opportunity for improvement. Every small victory builds the confidence needed to keep moving forward. Artificial intelligence is not a magic formula for getting rich overnight. It doesn't eliminate the need for discipline, consistency, or hard work. What it does is remove barriers that once seemed impossible to overcome. It allows one individual to perform tasks that previously required entire teams. It accelerates learning, reduces costs, increases productivity, and opens doors to ideas that might otherwise never become reality. The most important question isn't whether artificial intelligence will transform the marketplace. That transformation is already happening. The real question is how you plan to take advantage of it. 5 years from now, many people will look back and realize they had the opportunity to start, but waited too long. Others will look at the exact same period and recognize that it was the moment they decided to learn a new skill, launch a project, gain their first customers, and create a completely different financial future. Technology will continue evolving. New tools will appear. Markets will change again, but one thing never changes. The people who learn quickly and consistently take action create more opportunities than those who spend their lives simply watching from the sidelines. Perhaps the freedom you're searching for doesn't come from quitting your job tomorrow. Perhaps it comes from using the next few hours of each day to build something that gradually reduces your dependence on a single paycheck. And when that project becomes strong enough, staying in your job will no longer be a necessity. It will become a choice. That is what it truly means to break free from the 9-to-5. It isn't about escaping work. It's about creating the freedom to decide how, when, and for whom you want to work. And that journey can begin today with one simple decision. Use artificial intelligence not just to save time, but to build a future that once seemed impossible.